Hi, I'm Van Wallach. The relentless pandemic continues to claim victims worldwide. Last week I mourned for the death of Rabbi Abraham Joshua Twerski, a renowned Hasidic scholar, author, and doctor. The Pittsburgh native was 90 years old and lived in Jerusalem. Twerski mattered to me through his writings. They combined his Jewish learning and his work in the fields of alcohol and addiction counseling. He wrote compassionately about dealing with depression and stress. In this area, he proved immensely comforting to me when I needed him in the early 1990s. Overlapping life crises bore down on my family and me, grinding us down. Then I found Twerski's book, Living Each Day, which had thoughts for each day of the year arranged according to the Jewish calendar. Each entry had a passage from traditional prayers along with thoughts from the scriptures and from the sages. I bought the book on February 15th, 1992, almost exactly 29 years ago. The format was ideal for lifting me out of the shadows of the day into a place where Twerski and his timeless sources could gently guide me back to a place of understanding. I still have Living Each Day, along with a companion book, Smiling Each Day. I sometimes would check off the day that I read an entry. And if it really had an impact on me, then I would jot a comment on what it meant to me. So on September 30th, 1992, Twerski wrote, "As humans, we have the freedom of choice to do good or evil, but we should recognize that except for this choice, there is little else that we really control. Rather than worry and expend endless amounts of energy to manipulate those things that are beyond our control, we would do better to turn them over to God and direct our energies to those things we can change." I wrote next to the passage, "Needs to distinguish between worry and grief, sadness over a situation." On the facing page, September 19th, 1993, during the time between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, I simply wrote the painfully poignant line, "I'll try again." I returned regularly to Twerski's instruction. My comments form a regular running commentary between us as my life circumstances evolved, but in some ways I remain the same. In his comments on a statement by the rabbi known as the Baal Shem Tov, or Master of the Good Name, Twerski wrote, "It is commonplace to pray for protection from our enemies. We should also pray to be protected from ourselves. Sometimes we can be our own greatest adversary." In 1997, I wrote, "The Trials of Our Lives." And in 2007, I wrote, "Still Too True." Smiling Each Day challenged me to look on the bright side. See, smiley face. Each page ended with, "Today I shall smile because ... space, put something in." I had some smile-inducing thoughts on January 31st, 1994, one of them being, "Still no snow." That's as relevant now as it was in 1994, although in the snow-clogged winter of 2021, I would now write, "Please, no more snow." Thanks to the guidance of the kind Twerski provided, I eventually moved beyond the challenges that provoked those comments that still make me shudder to read them. To quote the title of a Texas swing song, "Time changes everything." Still, new days bring new situations when I need and welcome a loving arm around my shoulders. Twerski's passing led me to revisit his books, to reflect on his wisdom and his ongoing legacy. As I read them, I can see what touched me then, and now, 30 years later, I can read more of the Hebrew and recognize the prayers and stories he referenced. His thoughts on self-understanding and self-acceptance take on fresh meanings every time I read them. So, 2021, I'm going to keep making notes on my ongoing dialogue with Rabbi Abraham Joshua Twerski. May his memory continue to be a blessing for all of us. Thank you.